Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great diesel motorhome value from Parkway RV Center. And today we're going to look at one of my personal favorite brands, an older diesel motorhome, and this is a National Tradewinds. 2003 National Tradewinds LE. The model is a 391. It has two slide outs, 39 feet 1 inches long, bumper to bumper at its longest point. Got the big 330 cat 3126 C7, 330 horse, 860 pound-feet of torque, 7,000 pound towing capacity, which is all you need for tow a tote or a runabout behind you. And in really beautiful condition. 36,000 miles. Upgrade 7,500 watt Onan diesel generator running right now. Motorhome's running right now. No delamination. Of course, folks, National, for those of you who've never or not familiar with National RV, man, they were a powerhouse back in the early 2000s. In fact, in 2003, they were the fourth largest motorhome manufacturer in the world. And the number one thing that people love about Nationals is the Duraframe. They had a patent on this. The frame of this RV is all steel. Not steel aluminum like everybody else, but all steel. Top, bottom, side to side, front and back. Gave it just a superior ride and drive to, say, a Freightliner, or excuse me, to say the other brands that use steel, because they use steel and aluminum mixture. Stronger, it's heavier, it's more rigid, it has less sway, less squeaking, more solid. I mean, just all in all, just a huge advantage while you're driving it. And if you've never drove a National, drive the other ones and drive this. Because the other, let's put it to you this way, you know, the other diesel's like a Ford Taurus. You know, great riding car, but you get into a National with a Duraframe, you're riding a Lincoln Town Car. You know, it drives that much better. And like I said, it's one of my personal favorite RVs because of that steel frame, and it has a fiberglass roof. So definitely got some neat features. Firestone tires that look great. It is sitting on, of course, the more expensive Spartan Summit GTI chassis, which is a raised rail chassis. Got the air brakes, air ride. And I've got some great pictures of the outside bays. Folks, this thing's got one of the biggest bays you're going to find in a motorhome in this price range. I mean, if you can't fit your stuff in the bay in this, you need to stop carrying so much stuff, because there's no way you're going to fill that thing up. Both slide outs are on the same side with awning toppers. I like that because, you know, sometimes that extra width in an older campground means the difference between getting a side and not getting a side. I've seen campgrounds that didn't have a side big enough for a 39-foot motorhome with opposing slides. Of course, you couldn't use your awning either, but that could fit one with the slides on one side like this one has. Of course, man, that motor sounds good, runs good, drives good. Now, I haven't washed it yet, and I apologize. Got the rear roof access ladder, corners aren't beat up. I'm not going to try to squeeze through there. I mean, this is an incredible machine for this price. And of course, Tradewinds was kind of the upper end of the National lineup in 2003. MSRP back then was 173,000 miles. And here it is with 36,000 miles. For pretty significant less. What is that? 40 grand from 173, that's 133,000 less. They even paint the mirrors to match the body. Man, that's a huge chunk of money for somebody to lose for 36,000 miles worth of use. It's got a power awning. It's got a manual crank door awning. Not a speck of delam anywhere that I can find, or delamination. It's got the dual furnaces, 10-gallon DSi water heater. Like I said, a huge bay. The outside storage bays are just massive. And if you'll click on the ad, I've got pictures of them. Fiberglass roof, so you know you've got very little maintenance, yearly maintenance up there compared to a rubber roof. And look how I don't know how well you can see because it's kind of cloudy. Look how bright and shiny the finish is. Somebody has either kept this indoors, kept it waxed, or something, because you just don't see an 03 that has this kind of shine every day. And let's look inside. And it's got a couple little picks on it that I'll show you on the inside. Power steps work great. We did install new carpet. So brand new carpet all the way around with a pad. It's got the upgrade, what do they call it, easy leather, the big double chairs, and the driver's seat, they're all power, 8 or 9 way adjustable. Of course, your passenger right here, cup holders, got some plug-ins and 12-volt lighters, a little map light right here if you want to use it, reading light. Windshield dash looks great. Windshield looks good. I don't see anything there. Big flat screen TV. Up here in the front, no check engine lights. 36,040 miles. Just turned 36,000 miles. CD player. I don't know if it's going to jump around on the screen or not, but in person it looks great. Backup camera works great. It's got the pack brake or the engine exhaust brake. Power gear, hydraulic levelers, block heater, start boost, air dump, just everything you need. 6-speed Allison 3000 transmission. Like I said, no check engine lights. That's the parking brake light, because obviously we've got the parking brake on. Spartan Summit chassis. You're going to love that. Now, the only downside to the Spartan, it has like a 51-degree turning radius, which is not as good as, say, like a Freightliner or Roadmaster, but it rides so much better. So to me, that's a pretty good trade-off. You just have to cut the turns a little wider with a Spartan, but when you get out on the open road, you get into heavy winds, you're going to love that feel of how good this thing rides and drives and tracks and stays in its lane compared to other brands. They all drive good, folks. Don't get me wrong, but Spartan to me just has just a little bit better ride and drive, and that's just my personal opinion on that. I'm sure everybody else has got a different opinion, but that's just mine from driving these things. Got the defrost fans, solid wood cabinets. Look here toward the back. Ceramic tile floor, and of course the carpets match perfectly. All upgrade leather furniture, and I'm not hiding anything with these throw pillows. The previous owners had tons of throw pillows, so I just set them up the best I could. Not a big fan of throw pillows, but I can promise you folks, they're not hiding anything. And of course the sofa makes a bed. Table booth makes a bed, so you can sleep up to 6. And got a nice recliner. That's a fold down table. Table booth makes a bed, and I'll show you right here on the booth table. It's got one gouge right here. Not going to hurt a thing. That's maybe an inch long gouge. But folks, I'm not saying this thing's new. It's 16 years old. It's almost 17 years old now. And you know the price difference between when this was new and what it is now. $130,000 is a pretty good chunk to save. And of course, like anything in life, everything comes with a price. And when you buy something used over new, in this particular case, you're buying something with 16 years worth of age and used to it, and stuff like that's to be expected. Now, if I could figure out a way to make this thing brand new for what I'm selling it for, folks, you wouldn't see me doing videos. I'd be barbecuing, inviting my neighbor Bill Gates over to have a burger or something. But it is what it is. It's a used RV. It's not new. Somebody lost a ton of money on it. You're making the smart decision, and like I said, that's just part of it. Little things like that. Corian countertops. None of them's cracked. That's because of that good riding chassis. Ceramic tile floor. I don't see any stress cracks again, thanks to that good riding Spartan Summit chassis. 10 cubic foot Dometic 2-way RV refrigerator freezer. I know it's just a single door, folks, It's clean. It's already getting cold. Still got the tape. And be honest with you, I mean, for 2 people, that's more than enough. Got a slide out pantry right here. And you got the shelves, the drawers. Got the stove top. Now folks, I am probably going to have to replace or send this microwave off. This is a Space Maker oven to get fixed. One of the two, which I'm going to do for the $39.9 price. But I plugged it up and it just keeps beeping, shows an F3 error code. So we'll either replace it or send it off to get it fixed and put it back in. So just depends on if we can find one that fit the exact dimensions or not. But that's included, folks. Like I said, we go through these things, like I say in my previous videos, and make sure mechanically they all work great. Pretty neat. Look here. Oh, I tell you, I'm smooth today. This is a spice rack, magnetic, and apparently, good thing the one that fell was empty. Anyway, you can tell I don't rehearse anything. Got a little magnetic spice rack, which is kind of cool. Got a door right here, of course, to separate. You know, if you want to separate, and it's got the slots on it, so it kind of nice. Separate your bathroom and bedroom area from the rest of the RV. Got 2 ducted roof air units, Dometic Duotherm. You've got, of course, slide out controls are right here. You've got a 2,000 watt Xantrix inverter, which is controlled from right here. Thermostatic controlled fantastic vent fan. Of course, monitor panel, water heater, igniter, and all that right there in one easy spot. So, pretty neat. Got the glass in shower. Got the etched glass, which is nice. And skylight. Looks like it's got a couple little stains up there, but they're not fresh. They're not soft. So, and again, folks, going back to what I said earlier, it's 16 years old. You know, things like that are to be expected. You know, we've inspected the roof, we've inspected in here, and for those of you who've been watching my videos last few weeks, you know we've had torrential rain pour, and not a drop in this thing. So obviously, that's from sometime in the past 17 years. It is set up for a washer and dryer, but I don't think it's ever had one. It's got the shelves in here, and we can certainly add one if you feel like you've got a need for it. Just contact my sales department for a quote. I'm not a big fan of them. Most people that have them never use them, and that's just another thing you have to maintain and winterize and all that. And I've personally seen washers and dryers do thousands of dollars worth of damage to the floor of one where that people forget to winterize them, and they bust and leak over the winter and just do all kinds of damage for something you hardly ever use. But anyway, that's a discussion for another day. Private water closet. It does have the China RV toilet. Little picture in here. Here in the back, you've got a big bedroom area, Queen Island bed, of course, matching bedspread. You know, all the nationals use a tropical theme, so you know, may have noticed the palm trees on the throw pillows and the palm trees on the bedspread. This is a 60 by 80 queen mattress. Everything looks good. Got another door right here if you want to shut off the bedroom, which again, trying to do this one-handed is not always the easiest thing. So you can completely separate the bedroom from the bathroom or the rest of the RV. Got a small TV back here, 19 or 21 inch if I had to guess. Dirty clothes chute, got plenty of big closet in the back. Of course, we put carpet back here as well, so everything matches. Got a shoe rack, if you can see it back there, and one right here too. Headliner in here looks great. Only thing in here that I see, and again, folks, going back to the age of this unit, it looks like the nightstand right here may be a little swollen. This is probably due to a previous leak. Again, folks, we've had just torrential downpours, and we always go through these things after every rain and make sure there's no leaks. And I can show you reports where this thing was dry as a bone. And I'm talking about this thing's went through the I think we had 2 or 3 inches of rain in the past 4 or 5 days, and expecting more today. So that's, again, it's not fresh. That thing's probably been like that for 10 or 12 years. But I'm just letting you know about it because, again, going back to what I say, folks, I don't portray these things to be new. They were new 16, 17 years ago for 173 grand. It'll never be new again, no matter how much money you spend on it. You know, and I would rather you see the good and the bad before coming down, because this way you know you've got a great idea of what we have and what you're getting into. Now, do I see everything? Of course not. I don't, you know, I spend a little bit of time in these before I shoot them, getting to know them a little bit. But now, do I go through these things with a magnifying glass or microscope? Of course not. I go through these things and give them a good look over, and my guys do when they come in. You know, we do a rough preliminary check, which is we check the major components, make sure they work, like the airs, the generator, which obviously does, refrigerator, jack, slide, and of course we look up at the roof and check for leaks. We do all that when everything comes in. You know, after purchase, we go through an extensive RV component checkout, and this is included for that $39.9 price, is a major systems inspection by our certified RV techs. And basically what we do is we go through this thing and check all the water systems, all the propane systems, holding tanks. We drove it 500-600 miles in, so obviously the running and driving's good, but we have a ASE mechanic, which happens to be my service manager, Gordon. He drives every single one of these things. He's also a certified diesel mechanic too. So he drives it first before we start checking it after we sell it. If there's any cause of concern that he feels like there needs to be addressed on this, we take care of it before we even start to check out. And of course my drivers, they file a report when they bring them in too, note anything like if the tires are out of balance or if there's any check engine lights or any kind of issues at all. They write it on the report, and they actually turn those in to me personally, so I know for a fact this thing passed it with flying colors, with no issues at all. And but once this thing's paid for and it's purchased, we go through it. Gordy drives it, then it goes into the shop. My RV techs, when it gets to its place in line, we go through this thing, make sure everything on it works that's on that list. And please, I highly recommend that everybody wanting to buy an RV from us calls ahead before they decide to buy or leave a deposit, and talk to one of my non-commissioned sales team members who explain the process better than I can in a video. But basically, get them to send you over a copy of the list of everything that we inspect and guarantee for the price you pay. And they'll, of course, answer any questions you have about the list. It's tell you what it covers, what it doesn't cover. I'm gonna tell you this, folks, and I mean this seriously, because I talk to a lot of people. I've had more customers tell me this than I can count when they see our inspection report. No other dealer out there is going to take a 16, 17-year-old motorhome and put it through that inspection for the price that I'm selling them for. No, I mean, you can pay them several $1,000s extra to do all that stuff, but they're not going to do it for under $40,000 for a motor home that's worth easily $50,000 to $55,000. And nobody is going to go through these things like we do, because used RVs is our business. You know, we're not a new dealer. We sell new travel. We sell a brand of new travel trailers. That's it. 95-6% of what we sell is used. We've been doing it for 51 years, and folks, we've got it down to an art. You know, we look at these things over, and it all goes back to our buying. You know, we buy an RV, folks. Now, we'll trade for anything, you know, and a trade-in's kind of like a pig in a poke. You might get a good one. It might be a piece of junk. You know, I've seen a lot of them that just junk, and, you know, I'll throw them on the back row bargain lot and sell them as is. But when we actually go out and buy one, You know, we're cash buyers. We buy these things all over the country. We buy them every day. And we buy from dealers. We buy for sale by owners. We buy trade-ins. We do a lot of trading here. A lot of people come by here, bring them by. I mean, it's, you know, we do a lot of buying. You know, we sell 500 to 600 a year, so obviously we have to. But when we can actually go out and buy one, we actually go out and look at it, drive it, inspect it, make sure it meets our criteria. My buyers are very expensive, and even sometimes are very, very not expensive, but experienced. And I actually buy a few myself too. And you know, I've got 22 years of experience in this industry. We don't buy just anything. In fact, when it comes to for sale by owners, I probably turn down more RVs than I buy, because if it needs work, we're not going to buy it at any price, because we learned a long time ago. And I don't mind doing carpet and a couple little things, but if it's a major rebuild product, you're going to spend more in it than you can buy one already set to go. And I've done it myself, folks, and I'm sure many of you have bought vehicles that fixed up, and you get done with it, you realize, hey, I could have bought one several years newer that I didn't have to do all this work for by the time I figured up what I had in it. And it's the same way with RVs. So we'd rather buy one nicer to start with, offer our customers a better quality RV, and still sell it for an affordable price. And yeah, and that's why we've been doing this for 51. How many dealers can say they've been in business for 51 years? Family owned and operated for 3 generations. Well, we can, folks, because we've been here since 1968. In fact, where we're at now is where we started at. So definitely keep that in mind. You know, we've got the experience, the buying power, and you know, we've got some nice RVs. And I've just gotten in a few. I've gotten in 2 or 3 nice diesel Class A's for under 40 grand. And I'll be trying to shoot them as I can over the next few days. But anyway, folks, this is a beautiful motorhome. It's a well-built motorhome. It's got all the right equipment, the right motor, the right chassis for this price range. And now, if you can afford to spend 70, 80 grand, can I sell you a nicer motorhome? Of course. But this one will do for $39,900 everything an $80,000 motorhome will for half price. And you're going to like it, folks. If you've been looking at this price range, you're tired of looking at junk, you need to come look at this one. And I know it's not perfect, and that's why I tried to show you some of the imperfections. You know, unfortunately, our checkout does not cover cosmetic; it just covers mechanical. So the stuff that would ruin your trip if it didn't work. You know, if I could figure out a way to cosmetically to make them new, obviously I wouldn't be selling it for $39,900. It'd be priced like a new one. But anyway, folks, it's got very low miles. That motor, if you take care of it, it's going to last you as long as you want to. As long as you take care of it, it'll take care of you. 36,000 miles. I mean, that motorhome can potentially last hundreds of thousands of miles. That's why people buy diesel over gas, because of longevity. Not to mention more powerful. Even though it's 330 horsepower, folks, you can take a newer Ford with a V10 gas with 362 horse in the same size coach, line it up at the red light. This thing will run off and leave it. Why? It's got twice the torque. So that's where you get your power from in a big vehicle. It's not just horsepower. And you'll love the way they ride and drive, motors in the back, so it's real quiet up front. I mean, there's just a huge difference. And then you got that Duraframe chassis. If you've got any questions about this RV, folks, give us a call, 706-965-7929. Financing is available with approved credit, minimum 10% down payment, cash or trade equity. And, of course, we take trade-ins. We have no extra fees. $39,900 is a haggle-free price. Firm, doesn't matter how you're paying for it, it's $39,900. This is what all you get. You get that inspection, like I was talking about earlier, and anything we find wrong with it that's on our standard list, we take care of it at no additional charge to you. You're guaranteed that $39,900 price. After this unit's been checked, it'll be cleaned inside and out by my cleaning crew. Gordy, my service manager, does his final walkthrough. If he's happy with it, he locks it up, keeps everybody out of it, and then calls you to set up an appointment to pick up your new to you RV. And once you arrive here at the appointed time, the tech that checked it out is going to go over it with you, show you how to operate everything, show you everything on it works, answer any questions you have, give you tips, tricks, and pointers. If you've got a tote or a runabout you're going to throw behind it, it'll help you hook that up as well. And we do have tow dollies in stock for sale. Very affordable, I might add. Also, folks, that's included. We give you a RV starter kit with all your camping essentials. Other dealers, you have to buy that stuff. We give you all brand new sewer hose, water hose, pressure reducer, chemicals, all sealed in a 5-gallon bucket. So basically, the only thing you got to do is, if you take the option A $39.9 price, you're getting a fully functional 2003 Tradewinds 391 LE. All you got to do is load up your family, throw some food and luggage in it, take it to the campground right from the dealership. Also, folks, we got you covered on that too. You also get 21 nights of free camping, up to 7 nights at a time, to be used in a 12-month period at select RV resorts nationwide. That's $1,000 worth of free camping. We also give you a drive-out tag, and while you're getting your orientation, you're welcome to record the tech with your phone or camera, and we also give you DVDs as well, instructional DVDs, which is like a kind of a generic RV 101. Anyway, if you got any questions about it, folks, give us a call. $39.9, haggle free, or if you want to buy it as is, we will give you a little bit of a discount. But keep in mind, as is means no inspection, no orientation, no free camping. No, you get the starter kit, the motorhome, drive-out tag only, and whatever's wrong with it, like that microwave, that's on you to fix or not fix. It's yours, and there's no exclusions to as-is rule. Doesn't matter if it's a RV component, a chassis component, a structural component, it's as is. Anyway, folks, if you've got any questions at all, give us a call, 706-965-7929. We'll help you out any way we can. We'll take additional pictures, send you a video, a custom video. We can recommend some third-party RV inspectors if you want to have it looked at if you're buying it sight unseen. We sell 500 to 600 RVs a year, folks. We'll do everything we can to help you. Thank you for watching. Nationwide deliveries available. No fees. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you. Sorry about that, folks. One thing I wanted to add, and I know I'm ranting, but this happened the other day. A gentleman drove down from Kentucky on a video where it clearly says in the video to call before coming to look to verify availability. I never delete my YouTube videos. It's just a quick, friendly reminder, folks. Call ahead before coming down to look. This guy drove several hours from Kentucky down here on a video that was almost 18 months old. And he got here, he got mad, started cussing, because that thing's been gone for well over a year. But even when I showed him on the video where I said to call before coming to look, and it was written in the ad to please call before coming to look to verify availability, he still didn't. Him and his wife loaded up several hours. Folks, it's common sense, and I know that's getting to be a rare thing anymore, but, we live 15 miles from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I wouldn't drive to Chattanooga to look at a vehicle without calling first to make sure it's available. I never delete my YouTube videos. And what I'm getting at, folks, please call ahead before coming to look. We're not going to get all your personal information or start trying to sell you an RV over the phone. You just say, hey, my name's so and so. I'm ready. I'm about to leave to come down and look at this unit. Is it still available? Salesperson will tell you yes, and what time you want to come look at it, and if it's going to be 2 or 3 days out, he might get your phone number in case it sells. Try to call right before you leave the house, though. So please, folks, don't assume that it's available for sale because the video's online. I leave my videos on YouTube, and I try to write sold on them. Sometimes I forget after they sell, but keep in mind, check the date. Give us a call, even if this video is 2 or 3 years old. Chances are we got something very similar to it for the same price. Thank you for watching, and just a quick thing I wanted to add, like I said, but thank you for watching anyway, folks. Remember, nationwide deliveries available, and we have no fees, no dock fees, no prep fees, no extra fees whatsoever, $39.9 plus applicable sales tax. That's it. No surprises, no games, no gimmicks. No commission salespeople. We have a saying here, it's easy, simple, and done, and that's what it is at Parkway RV. Easy, simple, done. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.